Welcome to Reality Snack, where real stories come in snack-sized bites. We serve reality fast and fun. So turn up the volume and let's dive into today's Reality Snack.
May 2003. A 27-year-old adventurer set out alone into one of the most remote canyons in the American Southwest. He didn't tell anyone exactly where he was going. He didn't leave an itinerary. And he had absolutely no idea that within a few hours, a single falling boulder would trap him in a nightmare that would last nearly 6 days. What happened next would become one of the most astonishing survival stories ever recorded. His name was Aron Ralston. Aron loved adventure. While most people spent their weekends relaxing, Aron spent his climbing mountains, exploring remote wilderness, and pushing himself to the limit. Friends described him as fearless. He thrived in places where few people dared to go. On April 26, 2003, Aron decided to spend the weekend exploring Bluejohn Canyon in southeastern Utah. The landscape was breathtaking. Towering red sandstone cliffs stretched across the desert. Narrow slot canyons twisted through the rock like natural mazes. To Aron, it was paradise. He packed some food, a small amount of water, climbing gear, and a video camera. Then he headed into the canyon alone. At the time, it seemed like an ordinary adventure. But Aron made one critical mistake. Nobody knew where he was. No friends. No family. No one. As he descended deeper into the canyon, he navigated through a series of narrow passageways and rocky drops. The day was beautiful. The sky was clear. Everything seemed normal. Then, in a single instant, everything changed. As Aron squeezed through a narrow section of canyon, he grabbed onto a large boulder for support. Suddenly, the rock shifted. Without warning, it broke loose. The massive boulder crashed downward. Aron reacted instantly and jumped out of the way. But he wasn't fast enough. The boulder slammed into the canyon wall. His right hand and forearm were trapped underneath. The rock weighed nearly 800 pounds. For a few seconds, Aron couldn't even process what had happened. Then reality hit him. His arm was completely pinned. And he was trapped. Alone. In one of the most isolated places in the United States. At first, Aron remained calm. Surely he could free himself. He pulled. Twisted. Shoved against the rock with all his strength. Nothing happened. The boulder didn't move even a fraction of an inch. He tried again. And again. And again. Hours passed. The result was always the same. The rock would not budge. As daylight faded, a frightening realization began to set in. Nobody knew where he was. Nobody knew he was missing. And nobody would come looking for him. The canyon grew darker. The temperature dropped. Aron prepared for his first night trapped beside the boulder. His supplies were limited. A few snacks. Some climbing equipment. And less than a liter of water. At the time, he still believed rescue would come. But as the hours turned into days, that hope slowly began to fade. The next morning, Aron resumed his efforts. He tried everything he could think of. He used ropes. He used climbing. He chipped away at the rock. He searched desperately for any possible solution. Nothing worked. The boulder remained exactly where it was. Hour after hour. Day after day. His water supply continued to shrink. The desert heat drained what little energy he had left. His body weakened. His lips cracked. His throat burned with thirst. Yet the silence of the canyon never changed. No voices. No footsteps. No rescue helicopters. Nothing. To find out what happened next to Aron, stay tuned for part 2.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to Reality Snack for more such real-life stories in snack size, and comment down below for what stories you want to hear next.